The Richest Women in the World 2022. It's fascinating to see who the world's wealthiest people are at any given time. And since that list is still dominated by men, it's even more fascinating to learn which women currently have the highest net worth. While some of the richest women in this year 2022 will be familiar to you, others will come as a surprise, indicating that much of the world's wealth isn't concentrated in the most prominent businesses. Welcome to Luxurious and Chic, where we will be showing you everything about luxury and help you experience the billionaire lifestyle. Most of these richest women inherited their early fortunes through their husbands or their family's previous endeavors. However, anyone can make money. The ability to use, invest, and develop their fortune in many companies is what propelled these women to the top. Here are the top 10 richest women in the world according to Forbes' Real-Time Billionaires list from April 2022. Number 1. Francoise Bettencourt Mayors. Francoise takes first place on this year's list of the world's wealthiest women, despite the fact that the late Lillian Bettencourt, her mother, was the world's wealthiest woman until the day she died. Francoise was already controlling the family's money as head of the Bettencourt-Schuler Foundation. Putting oneself in her mother's shoes, however, is not easy. In addition to being the heiress to the cosmetic giant's wealth, Francoise is an accomplished author of Greek mythology works and literature, focusing on Jewish Christian links. She ranked 13 among the world's wealthiest persons with a net worth of $74.8 billion. Her family owns 33% of L'Oreal, a company that has grown exponentially in the last decade. Number 2. Alice Walton. Alice's primary passion is art. She has a personal art collection worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and she built the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in her hometown of Bentonville, Arkansas in 2011. Alice Walton, Sam's Walton youngest child and only daughter, isn't as invested in the firm as her brothers, but that doesn't mean she doesn't profit from it. Alice is the co-manager of Walton Enterprises, one of the family's holding companies that controls 50% of Walmart, the world's largest retailer. In 2020, she was the world's wealthiest woman, but Bettencourt Mayors surpassed her, putting her in second position on the list of the world's wealthiest women this year with an estimated net worth of $65.3 billion. Number 3. Julia Koch. Julia Koch, who has a net worth of $60 billion, is the third richest woman in the world after inheriting a 42% interest in Koch Industries from her husband David, who died at the age of 79 in 2019. Koch Industries is America's second largest private corporation, with David's older brother Charles serving as chairman and owning a 42% stake. Julia is the current president of the David H. Koch Foundation, which has given more than $200 million to causes such as science, medical research, education, and the arts, according to its website. She and her late husband have also supported prominent institutions such as the Metropolitan Museum of Art and Lincoln Center. Number 4. Mackenzie Scott. Mackenzie Scott, ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, is an award-winning author and made a name for herself as one of history's most generous benefactors. She has given $12.5 billion to over 1,250 charities in less than 2 years. After 25 years of marriage, Bezos and Scott divorced in mid-2019. As a part of their divorce settlement, Jeff surrendered Mackenzie 25% of his Amazon stock in return for a 4% ownership in the company. Mackenzie has a net worth of $43.6 billion, making her a billionaire in 2020 and putting her in 4th place on Forbes' list of the world's wealthiest women. Number 5. Jacqueline Morris. Jacqueline Morris enjoys a sweet life as the heiress to the world's greatest confectioner, Mars Incorporated. With a net worth of $31.7 billion, she is the world's 5th richest woman. She was a member of the company's board of directors until 2016 and worked for it for nearly 2 decades. She now owns about a third of the business. Frank C. Morris, her grandfather, founded Mars Incorporated, the world's largest confectionery and pet food manufacturer, in 1911. This confectionery and pet food conglomerate includes M&M's and trademarks such as IAMS and Pedigree. In addition to being the heir to the world-famous candy brand, Morris is also a philanthropist and the owner of some of the top eventing horses in the United States. Number 6. Gina Rinehart. Gina was voted the world's richest woman in 2012, 20 years after taking over Hancock Prospecting, but with a net worth of $30.2 billion, she had to settle for 6th place this year. Despite making the list, she has been embroiled in a legal battle with her adult children over a family trust for years, and it is anticipated to continue on until at least next year. Gina Rinehart is a businesswoman. Her main company is the Hancock Prospecting Group, an Australian mining and agriculture company founded by her father, Lang Hancock. Gina, on the other hand, does not want to be referred to as an heiress because she did not inherit her father's wealth, but rather his problems. When Gina's father died in 1992, she was left with a business that was on the verge of bankruptcy, but which she successfully turned around. She is a self-made billionaire who has managed to make the best of a difficult financial situation. Number 7. Miriam Adelson. Adelson is the world's 7th wealthiest woman with a net worth of $27.5 billion. After her late husband, Republican kingmaker and casino tycoon Sheldon Adelson died in early 2021, Miriam Adelson now owns nearly half of her late husband's shareholding in Las Vegas Sands. 2 months after Adelson died, the company agreed to sell its renowned Las Vegas properties, including the Sands Expo and Convention Center and the Venetian Resort, for $6.25 billion in order to focus on the Asian market. Number 8. Susan Clayton. Susan Clayton is the chairman and sole owner of Atlanta AG, which generates $2.5 million in annual income. Her estimated net worth is $24.3 billion, making her the 8th richest woman in the world. Susan Clayton also inherited roughly 19% of BMW from her parents Herbert and Johanna Quandt, while her brother owns more than 23% of the company. Her father was credited as the industrialist who saved BMW from bankruptcy in 1959. Susan's success as an entrepreneur is unrelated to the family's principal business. Her focus has turned over the years to Atlanta AG, a pharmaceutical company founded by her grandfather that she has helped grow into a world-class organization. Number 9. Iris Fontbona. With a net worth of $22.8 billion, Fontbona is ranked 9th. Fontbona is the widow of Andronico Luxic, a Chilean entrepreneur who made a fortune in mining and liquor before dying of illness in 2005. Iris and her family own Antofagasta plc, which is listed on the London Stock Exchange and has copper mines in Chile. Quinyenco, a publicly traded Chilean conglomerate with holdings in banking, brewing, and manufacturing, is also under their control. Number 10. Abigail Johnson. Abigail Johnson, a native of Boston, Massachusetts, surprised expectations by assuming the head of the Fidelity Investments, one of the top 3 financial services corporations in the U.S. Abigail Johnson has become the CEO since her father, Ned Johnson III, died in March. Her founded the business in 1946, and she owns a 24.5% stake. It was no easy job for Abby to inherit a fortune worth $4.2 trillion in assets, especially because she had to break into a typically male-dominated sector and establish herself, which she did. With a net worth of $21.2 billion, she is currently the world's 10th wealthiest woman. These top 10 women's success not only proves that a woman can succeed in a man's world, but they also use their position to encourage more women to enter the business industry by encouraging them to participate and making their company a welcoming environment for women who want to have a successful career in male-dominated companies. Which of these astounding women is your favorite? Do tell us in the comment section below. And if you want to know about the most expensive things in the world, look inside the lives of the wealthiest people on the planet, or how to achieve success in your life, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay updated on our latest videos. Don't forget to hit the like button.